حمایت دو حزبی سنای آمریکا از قیام مردم ایران برای جمهوری دموکراتیک مبتنی بر جدایی دین از دولت. کنفرانس با حضور 8 سناتور و شماری از شخصیت‌های آمریکایی و سخنان خانم مریم رجبی.
حضور 40 تن از مشاوران سناتورهای آمریکایی و نمایندگانی از سفارت‌های خارجی در واشنگتن و خبرنگاران رسانه‌های بین‌المللی در این کنفرانس.
سناتور رابرت منندز: مایلم از شورای ملی مقاومت ایران به خاطر تعهدش به بلند کردن صدای ایرانیان در داخل ایران و حمایت مداوم از آزادی مردم ایران قدردانی کنم. 17 آذر 1401.
Good afternoon. It's great to see you all here today. I'm thrilled to follow my distinguished colleague, for which we shared so much in common, Senator Lieberman, who is a stalwart, strength of moral compass. So I appreciate his words. I appreciate seeing Senator Ayotte here as well. And I understand other of my colleagues have been here before. Let me start off by thanking the Organization of Iranian Communities for putting together today's event on Capitol Hill. I'm thrilled to see so many Iranian Americans from across the country. And I'd like to thank and recognize the National Council of Resistance of Iran for their commitment to elevating your voices, the voices of Iranians inside of Iran, and in constantly advocating for the freedom of the Iranian people. For 90 days, we have seen Iranians gather in squares and march to the streets to confront the misogyny of the regime. At the same time, we've seen the regime respond with the brutality we know all too well. Tear gas, public threats against family members, torture, live gunfire, and death. They have killed hundreds of protesters and arrested tens of thousands more. The actions of this regime won't come as a surprise for anyone who has been paying attention to Iran over the years. I certainly have, since my days in the House of Representatives. Everyone here knows how intractable and dishonest the Iranian regime has been. We have seen it for years with their nuclear ambitions and their approach on negotiations with the JCPOA, which is why I oppose the JCPOA, and I continue to oppose the elements that are being pursued now. We see what this regime is really all about in the Iranian drones that are killing Ukrainians. We see it in the missiles aimed at our Gulf allies. We see it in the attempted assassinations of previous United States officials. They have repressed and tortured many of your friends and family. There are too many pictures here on each side of me. Family members and colleagues who've been opposing the regime for decades. They have massacred innocent political prisoners. And now, on full display across social media, we are seeing how ruthless and desperate they are to keep their grip on power. The difference between what we see now and in the past is simply that more people in the world are understanding the depravity of this regime. And that is what we need to keep alive. We should be using the tools we have to help circumvent the regime's efforts to jam communications of its own people. And then we should invoke Magnitsky and other sanctions against those who are perpetrating this heinous act. They must know that they are not beyond the reach of justice. So, let us keep standing up to the regime's human rights violations and violence. Let us continue to protect those in Ashraf free, and I am committed to doing that.